What's going on, everybody? I'm Alex from Boards, Bikes, and Hikes, and in this video I wanted to just do a quick tutorial on how to adjust the forward lean on the Highback and the footbed of the BURTON Step On binding. On my initial video I did testing the BURTON Step On video, which I will link up here. I didn't know how to adjust the Highback to get that forward lean the way that I typically like it. I know there's some people out there who like riding at zero lean. I personally don't. Just doesn't feel right for me. I feel like I can't get my turns initiated fast enough. It feels kind of sluggish. So I liked a little bit of forward lean, and I saw how I thought I adjusted it, but at the time I was borrowing these. I didn't own them, so I didn't want to fiddle with anything, but people in the comments section of that video told me how to adjust the binding. So I wanted to show a quick video on how to adjust the forward lean on the Highback on the BURTON Step On. So if you'll see, there's two screw holes. There's one right here, another one right there. And the only downside to this design is you do have to find a pretty small screwdriver. I had to get a real tiny one because I didn't want to scratch, the paint on the inside of that hole. So what you do is you just put the screwdriver down in those little holes, and you're going to turn it clockwise. And in the back of the binding right here, I'm going to try to get it where you can see it right there. As you can see, I have it on F3. So you start cranking that screwdriver down, it's going to raise this the mechanism back right here. It's got F1, 2, 3. I don't know if it goes to 4 or 5. I haven't cranked it all the way. I have mine on F3. Somebody else has commented in the video, said that's how they prefer it. So that is how you adjust the Highback to the BURTON Step On. You just crank those screws to your desired height back here, right there, and those are going to raise up. I got them nice and even, and that's going to lean that Highback forward. That's going to give you a little bit better turn initiation, and just for me it makes it a lot more comfortable for some faster, more aggressive riding. The second bit of adjustment on the Step On is actually in here. So what you do is you just pull forward right here. That is going to pop open where you can see where you put in your disc, and you can actually slide this piece forward or backwards depending on your shoe size. And if you look in here, right up in this area, it's going to have a 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10, or a 10.5, depending on your shoe size. So I've seen in some videos online, they say setting this up is going to also help with the clicking noises of the Step-Ons. I still have the clicking noises, but it doesn't really bother me. That is just something to put out there that some people say this helps it, some don't. But the main reason you want to adjust this is to get this footbed fitted to the size of your boot. That's going to give you the most comfortable platform to stand on. It's going to have this part where it starts to slope up, which I know on their other bindings they call this the gas pedal. That's going to have that right positioned under your toes where you want it. It's just going to make for a more comfortable day. Going to make the binding perform a little bit better for you if this is set up to your shoe size. So again, you just pull this up. You're going to pull this either forward or in depending on your shoe size, and it has all of the numbers in there right here, so you can get that set up for your boot and make the most out of this binding. I absolutely cannot say enough good things about the BURTON Step On. It's such a super responsive binding. The feeling of being clipped in makes it feel like you're attached to the board. It's like you and the board are one unit as opposed to a boot and some straps. I feel like it's got a much more instant reaction being clipped into it versus the strap on your toe, which could have a little bit of flex or something like that to it. This just feels a lot more firm to me, and I love these bindings. If you've got any question about making the adjustments to these bindings or anything about the BURTON Step On system, please leave that in the comments below. I will leave a link in the description to the BURTON Step On binding, as well as the BURTON Photon boot, which is the boot that I have to go with this binding. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and can't wait to see you in the next one soon. Woo-hoo!